MLB is back, baby. The wait is over. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, and the fresh smell of ballpark hot dogs. Tomorrow is MLB opening day. How you doing, Mike?
Man, can't be better, Big Wade. I mean, happy opening day to you, brother. Can't wait to run this back with you here. We've been doing this for a couple of years now. It's a very successful seasons for both of us. Just looking forward to finding some winners, man. There's nothing like Major League Baseball. You and I both do other sports, but honestly, other sports feel more like work. Baseball does not feel like work. It is a lot of work. It's a daily grind, but man, oh man, it is a grind that's a ton of fun. A lot of winners to be had on every day's card. Just got to dig around and find those diamonds in the rough, shall we say?
Yeah, no, I mean we have been doing this for I guess this is will be our little third go around at doing this show. So yeah, I mean I absolutely love doing this with you every week. We'll probably be doing this at least twice a week. See how the schedules kind of line up and meet. I know at least for my clients that have been with me for the last 2 years, we're right around 180 between 180 190 plus profit in MLB.
Woo!
2 years ago was ecstatic over 100 units. Last year we dropped back down. I think we were right around the 60 unit mark. Lost a lot of pitchers last year, but um, took away a lot of our prize possessions that we like to lock in every other start. So we'll try to give it a go here. A lot of our pitchers are back. It seems not too many people are on the DL that I know of, other than Garrett Cole. And I'm kind of like iffy on him anyway. So I feel like a pretty good start to the starting pitchers for my side. Any MLB news you'd like to talk about before we get into our picks here? I know we kind of discussed a few things here would like to talk about.
Yeah, brought up something good off air. This time of year, always weather's a concern. So you know what? Before you hit submit on your wager, especially if it's on a pitcher prop, maybe check the weather, man. It's really really cold up north still for a lot of these teams. So really keep an eye to the sky. Just don't. This is the one time of year where I really do get kind of OCD about checking weather before I place, a wager. Well, at least on a pitcher prop, not so much on a money line. It's not going to hurt you as bad, but on a pitcher prop, you know, if there's a long rain delay or they get bad weather, they rarely bring them back out. If it's a long delay, so that's something that can hurt you, especially if you're taking a lot of overs on pitching props. So yeah, just weather, and then another thing we're talking about is some of the potential milestones here, the 2025 season. A couple exciting ones. Mike Trout. Obviously, he's got to stay healthy, which is usually a problem for him. But he could reach 400 home runs this season. That's big time, man. I love Mike Trout. I hope it'd be
Yep.
better for baseball if he can play at least 100, games for once. It seems like it's been 10 years since he's had that many volume of games. And the other one, Clayton Kershaw, the wily old veteran lefty of the Dodgers, coming back for one more run at it. He could get to 3,000 strikeouts this season. So that's two probably future Hall of Famers there, I would say, that's on the doorsteps of pretty significant milestones. What do you think, man? Anything sticking out to you as far as news? Anything you want to comment on those?
No, I mean I'm a big Mike Trout fan. Obviously, I'm an Oakland Athletics fan, so I can only like him so much. But I've always thought I don't know anymore, but for 5, 6, 7 years there, I thought he was the best player in baseball.
No doubt.
Even when Otani was first starting coming into baseball, I still thought Trout was a better hitter than him. He still might be a more pure, better hitter than Otani. It's really hard to say that. Everybody probably in comments would be hating on me for saying that, but Trout's just on a different level when he's healthy. So I
Yeah,
hope he's healthy. Baseball's better with him there.
agreed.
I think his problem was he just doesn't care to be marketed, so it's hard to push him as the best player when he's never wants to do interviews and
Yeah,
doesn't do a lot of media stuff. But I think you can also respect a man like that as well. I was actually shocked to see Kershaw coming back, but then after I thought about it, it's like why wouldn't he not come back? He has a chance to win another championship, even if he only
yeah,
starts 10 games or something this year. He'll still get a ring. So um, I like it. I like him coming back. That obviously boosts their at least I don't even say playoffs because he's never that good in playoffs, but he boosts
right.
that depth on that pitching staff very well. So Dodgers are probably going to take it again unless somebody can upset them. I really hope somebody can upset them this year. But yeah, I mean those are probably the two biggest milestones that we talked about, and then obviously with the Mookie Betts, I'm not
Yeah,
sure when he's actually even going to be ready. But
good
if
catch.
people
Forgot
don't
about
know, he's lost reported anywhere from 15 to 20 pounds of weight just being sick with a stomach bug since before the Japan series. So it
ah,
sounds like I did read reports he's hitting. He seems to be getting back to normal, but he's lost a lot of weight. So I don't know if they're going to wait for him to put a little bit of that back on and make sure he's healthy. He might miss the first 2 weeks of baseball. We'll see.
yeah, that's surprising because Mookie's pretty cut. I mean, he don't have any weight to lose. I mean, he's not a big guy really anyway. So 20 pounds on a guy that only weighs what, maybe 200 at most. Gosh, that's at least probably about 10% of his body weight. Poor guy lost. He's been sick as a dog with some kind of, like you said, flu bug, stomach virus. I don't know what it was, but yeah,
Yeah, and I
that's
think
not
he's
good
the
news
one
for his
player
body.
that the Dodgers they're the one team that can afford to lose a player like that.
Very, very true. Yeah, it ain't like it didn't hurt him none over in Japan. They took care of the Cubs both times. So, very true.
They did, so I guess we'll see how they fare coming back home, traveling back to America. Now they got to face arguably the best pitcher in baseball. So we will see how that goes for them
Yeah,
tomorrow.
should be good.
So we're gonna jump right into our picks here, everybody. What we're gonna do here is Mike's gonna give out two picks. I'll give out two picks. Every other time we record, it's gonna be different. They may be game lines, they may be props, kind of just depending on what we like. We may end up doing some shorter form content where we only give out one pick a day. Right now, since it's opening day, I figured we'd do two today and kind of see how it flows. If anybody has been catching my college basketball picks with Eric over at ETOF 21 Sports, me and Mike may do something similar like that with baseball. Eric and I
Sure.
have been crushing the college basketball videos. Quick form, we give out one pick and kind of just put that out to YouTube Shorts and stuff. But we'll see. I like the video stuff, but and when we do this, I can always just crop out and make shorts from these long forms. So
True. Yeah.
we'll just figure out
Good
how
point.
this goes. Every year we've kind of dabbled and changed how we do things. So I think two picks to start opening day is a good starting point. And we'll just see. Some days we may not have two picks to give out. So
Yeah.
um,
True.
depending on obviously early weather, spring ball, we're gonna have cold weather and rain some places. So yeah, let's just get right into it, man. I'm excited to see how we can start the year off with some profits. So what
Yeah.
is your first pick, man?
Yeah, I'm going Boston Red Sox here, big weight. I got him plus 100 a couple days ago. I think you can still find him on FanDuel minus 112. I'm fine with that. Was shocked at the price, to tell you the truth, man. You're going to give me who I think's, obviously one of the best pitchers in baseball. Garrett Crochet, my goodness, what a great job by the Red Sox getting him in the offseason from the White Sox. He's got to feel like he's went from the outhouse to the penthouse here, going from Chicago to Boston. Boston's spending some money. They want to win. Hats off to them for going for it here. I mean, getting him at plus money price, or even now it's close enough to plus money. I think it's a steal here, man. Texas, I expect a bounce back for Texas this year, but I still don't think the line should be this close. Especially with a guy like Crochet. I do like Nate Eovaldi, but he's getting on up there in years, big weight. He's not exactly a spring chicken anymore. Crochet just gives him a clear starting edge pitcher department. My goodness, K rate 35.1% last season is just insane. Walk rate of just 5.5%, which is really not too bad for a power pitcher. A lot of times power pitchers do walk a lot of guys. Also, another thing about Crochet, it kind of shocked me here looking at the metrics. In the 64th percentile in ground ball rate, which is also kind of a shocker. A lot of times power pitchers don't get a lot of ground balls. Crochet does everything well. Bullpens, I kind of still give Boston a slight edge in that department. I have them 19th best bullpen going against Texas, 23rd best bullpen. Not a huge edge, but a little one there. And the offense is kind of a toss up here. I do love the addition of Alex Bregman. I think he gives Rafael Devers a ton of protection in the lineup. So yeah, add all that up, put it in the mixer. I get the Red Sox winning this one, probably something like 4-2. I would guess would be my prediction on the score, but should be a good one there. 4:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
I kind of like that play too. I've been debating jumping on that with you. I know I've waited, so obviously I'm going to lose a little value here. I was trying to look at see. Do you remember who was their starting pitcher last year? Game one, Rangers. Trying to look it up.
It might have been Evaldi. Seems like it's been Evaldi pretty frequently of late, if I remember.
Yeah, I wanted to see. So last year, yeah, Eovaldi started. Um, he went 88 pitches. They did win. They played the Cubs.
Yeah.
That was oh yeah, that was how can I forget that game? That was the Justin Steele game where
Oh
we were
no.
super excited on him. He's our favorite
Oh
pitcher from the year prior, and
yes,
then
yes.
he
I
was almost I
remember.
think he was having I've actually got the box score pulled up
Oh,
right now.
that
He was having a
hurts.
perfect game almost. 3 hits, 1 earned run, 6 Ks, and then he did something. He ran off the mound to get a ground ball, and I think he did something to his hamstring or something. I can't quite remember, but it
Mm,
took him out for a while, and that was kind of what was going to show us what was going to how last year was going to go with all these pitchers going down last
yeah,
year. So
that's a
um,
bummer.
I do like this. I'm pretty high on the Red Sox this year. I didn't get to it. Maybe I'll do it tonight before the season starts. I guess maybe that our future's down now that the Dodgers game already started.
No, they're still up most places, just since it was, just it's probably going to be hard to find. You couldn't. I don't think you can find season win totals on the
I
Dodgers or
think I
Cubs.
wanted to take the Red Sox to win the AL East.
I
I think
like
the
it, dude.
Yankees
I
losing
think we talked
Soto
about
is
it
going
on
to
our
be
last
bigger
show.
than
Yeah,
what were you saying?
we talked about it on our last show. I think you listed that as a lean of yours, and I was like, dude, that's a great.
Yeah, it's just I think losing Soto, maybe they learned enough from him last year. It doesn't matter he's there anymore, but he's such a patient hitter. I think his patientness rubs off on the other hitters. And when hitters aren't doing well, they could just go to him and talk to him, or he can talk to them and say, "Hey, give him some tips." He's not there anymore. They're
Yeah,
back to like
that
a
hurts the
Aaron
Yankees.
Judge, and I don't trust Giancarlo because he's old and he's going to be injured.
Yeah,
He might come through in the clutch in a playoff game, but if you look at their overall roster right now, I'm not impressed. I actually think they can lose Game 1 against the Brewers at plus money here.
hmm
I just think the Red Sox are poised, man. I liked their roster last year, and they got better in the offseason. They added one of the better pitchers in the offseason. Um, I think the Red Sox are a team to ride this year, man. The Orioles are going to take a step back, I think, a little bit. I think the Red
yeah.
Sox are a
Yeah, you can
sneaky
get
team to
that.
look
I
at.
just looked it up. If everybody wants to put a few dollars on that, there you can get the Red Sox plus 250 to win the AL East. It's
I
pretty
wish it was
good.
better than that, man. Like 500 or something.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Are they second or third?
Second, yeah, the Orioles are third at plus 300.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Orioles in third now. Okay. I
yeah,
feel like that flip-flopped.
yeah. Probably the injury. It probably did. The injury to Henderson does hurt Baltimore, but
I
I
feel
mean,
like
I don't
last
think
time we talked, the Red Sox were in third. So dang it, see, we're already missing the boat when you don't jump on these
they're
picks
gonna.
early, guys. So if you really
That's
like
it.
something,
Don't
jump
wait.
on it.
That's it.
So I like that play. I'll probably jump on it. We'll go to my play here.
Let's go.
I'm going with Carlos Rodon over 3.5 hits allowed. I know I got a lot of people chirping at me in my ear saying, lay off pitcher props early on in the season. Um, I've heard that numerous times over the last few days, to be honest with you. It's just last year I did that and I had leans and I remember one of my clients messaged me and he's like, "Hey man, I'm excited to start MLB. If you remember last year, you had all these leans and you didn't want to dive in too much because it's the opening day and I think we would have cashed every single one. We would have went like 5-0. So,
That
needless to
hurts.
say, this year I'm going to play some stuff I like. I'm not saying it's all going to cash, but I like this look. Just going off data alone, obviously we don't know too much yet, but Rodon allowed over 3.5 hits in his first 4 starts last season. He went over 69% the entire season and allowed 3 or more in 3 of his first 4 starts in Yankee Stadium last year. He did start off last year at Astros and at D-backs, so obviously those are 2 tough teams. But I think he's got another tough offense he's facing here, Game 1 against the Brewers. They
Yep.
were a playoff team last year. They've been kind of a playoff team the last few years. I actually think they're going to win the Central this year. They ranked 10th in hard hit rate against left-handed pitchers, right around 31%, and they ranked about middle of the pack in average and BABIP. So I just think they can give him a tough look. And also, what I liked about spring training, although it's spring training, the Brewers have not been kind to the starting pitchers, and some of these starting pitchers are guys that we're going to be betting on all year long.
Oh yeah.
The
You know
last 10 games, they've gone over 3.5 hits in 7 of those 10, hitting 6, 4, 6, 3, 11, 3, 5, 3, 4, and 6. So they landed on 3. So they at least got to 3 in all 10 games, the last 10 games. And most of those games I did look are the players who are going to be starting tomorrow. So I just think they've got a young and hungry roster with veterans like Christian Yelich. I just think they can give Rodon a good look, give him a testy at bat. And I do think he'll probably go right around 70, 80 pitches. So if he can get into that fourth, fifth inning, I can see them averaging a hit an inning. So I like
Yeah,
this play a
I
lot.
like that one as well, man. Rodon really started to figure it out a little bit last year. Got his slider, get back going, but and other than that, it's really all he has. So, I'd still call him an above average starter, but his median hits given up last year was 5. So I mean, pretty good value in regards to this line versus the median. You're getting it over 3.5. Seems like a good number you got there. And I agree on Milwaukee, man. Everybody keeps doubting Milwaukee every year, and they continue to hit the ball just fine. And you mentioned it, Yelich coming back, that veteran presence back in the lineup. With
Contreras.
Contreras is a beast. He can get a hit off anybody. Love Contreras. Sal Frelick's just a pain in the butt.
Mm.
He finds a way to get 2 hits every single game. He's like a little pest, like a little gnat. You keep swatting at it, barbecue, you can't kill it. That's
I get
Frelick.
excited when we talk about the Brewers, man. I
I
love
do
their
too.
offense. I
I do
do.
too. I do too, man. Yeah, it's crazy. They're going to be sneaky good again. I think this year. I wouldn't want to bet against them there in the NL Central. So yeah. So I like to play big weight.
Very
Good look.
nice. Well, as a middle of our show here, we're going to jump into to the promo for the show, and we'll be right back. Hey, sports fans, are you looking for free daily sports betting picks and the hottest promo codes for sports books in your state? Check out eatwatchbet.com, bettersinsider.com, and hellorookie.com, your ultimate one-stop shop for winning sports picks and unbeatable deals. Dive into daily articles packed with expert predictions and tips to help you make smarter bets. Plus, we've got links to exclusive promo codes for every major sportsbook in your state, so why miss out on free money? Don't wait. Visit eatwatchbet.com, bettersinsider.com, and hellorookie.com now and take your sports betting game to the next level. Hit the links in the description, claim your promos, and start betting smarter today. As always, like, comment, and subscribe for more expert advice and insider tips every week with every video.
Appreciate that, big way. That was beautiful, man. You're getting pretty good at these promo spots, man. Might have to get you a gig on radio, a little voiceover gig for it. Not, yeah, but not a bad idea though. Best promo right now we think is from DraftKings. Bet 5, get $200 in bonus bets. They split that up. It's down below, by the way. Thank you, big way.
Yep.
They split that up where it's 8 $25 bonus bets. Perfect time to get on this. It's going to go through the end of March Madness. So, we got Sweet 16 starting tomorrow as well, tomorrow night. Get on this, man. Don't bet it with your own money. Just use these bonus bets on the Sweet 16, on the Elite Eight, on some of our baseball picks here. It's a great deal. How often are you going to get a 40 times return on your investment from a sports book? Never.
What I
Never.
love about it too is they split it up. Sometimes you'll
Yeah,
bet 50 and you only get 200 and you have to put that in one
that
bet. However, they
hurts.
split it up with 8 $25 bets. Don't miss out on this, guys. Make sure to go to eatwatchbet.com, grab that promo. I think you'll thank us later for that for
No
sure.
doubt. No doubt.
Let's get to your third pick, man. Excited to hear this one.
Yeah, let's go. I'm going to go see here. What are we gonna do? Yeah, let's go to Baltimore Orioles minus 108, big weight over Toronto here.
Yeah.
That line just left me scratching my head. I was doing this research. It's actually on Monday morning. The best way to start Monday morning is with some MLB research. I do it usually about 5:30 a.m. because I'm a sicko like that. Sitting here with a cup of coffee, just pouring over stats, pouring over odds, and I'm like, why is Baltimore basically even money to Toronto? I think it's a disrespectful line, man. Do they really think the Blue Jays are going to be that much better this year? I just don't see it. Um, yeah, I know. They're down Gunnar Henderson. That's why the line's cheap. But that's just one guy, man. The O's are still loaded. The lineup got Jordan Westberg, Tyler O'Neill, Ryan O'Hearn, Ryan Mountcastle, Colton Cowser. All those guys had expected slugging percentages of over 436 last season. Plenty of pop still left in this Baltimore lineup. I don't see him falling off that much, even with Gunnar out of the lineup. I like Jose Barrios. I've made some money with him over the years in the prop market, but he's getting on up there in age, kind of like Evaldi. He's still the ace of the Blue Jays staff, but his stuff's just not quite as dynamic as it used to be. No, he's at home. He's a better pitcher at home, but still, I don't mind Zach Eflin either. I was glad, for that pickup for the Orioles. He's a more of a control pitcher. He doesn't have a high K rate, but he rarely walks guys. Love that. Never gives in, doesn't walk guys, does a lot of the little things well. But man, oh man, my main reason to pull the trigger big weight is the bullpen edge. I pride myself on studying these bullpens. Toronto's bullpen's going to stink once again this year, dude. There's just no doubt in my mind. Last year, I had them the 27th best bullpen. There's only 30 MLB teams, big way. That shows you how bad Toronto was. Last year, I had Baltimore's the third best bullpen. That could be even better this year. I think as far as Baltimore goes, their pen is loaded. So just because of the bullpen edge alone, I like the Orioles here. Any thoughts from you, my man, on the O's, the Dirty Birds, I like to call them?
Yeah, I've debated this game quite a bit. I've dug into this. I've dug into both pitchers. I've looked pretty. Actually, this is probably the game that I spent the most time on. I do think I know why Orioles are in this line.
Okay,
I think
lay it
it's
on.
more based on Barrios.
Okay,
Um,
I can
Very
live
good
with
at
that.
home.
Mm-hmm.
Very solid at home. He usually goes deep. I believe the last, I'd have to really pull it up to be sure I'm accurate on this, but I'm pretty sure the last 2 or 3 games he's faced the Orioles, he's only allowed like 2 hits each game.
Wow. Okay.
Um, I'm pulling that up because I feel like that could just be wrong. Takes 2 seconds to pull this up on my end.
Could be.
Um,
Could be. Could be right. Huh?
I'm taking runs, not hits.
Got ya.
Yeah, last year he faced the Orioles twice, once at Baltimore, once against Baltimore. He only allowed 2 hits in both games.
Got ya.
Um,
Okay. Well, maybe that's wise. Maybe past history there. He does have a long history.
Yeah, he went 21 innings and then 18 innings. So he's just, I think he's got good, and I think he's handles them well.
Mm.
Um, if you guys are looking for a couple player hitter props in that game, though, I did mark that Adley Rushman.
Oh
He
yeah,
hits
you took the words
591
right out of
against
my mouth, Wade.
Barrios,
We must be related. Yeah,
and
he's
then
been killing.
Ryan O'Hearn
Yep.
bats 323 against him. Now these guys,
Smoking.
Rushley has 22 at bats. O'Hearn has 31 at bats. He's batting 323 with 31 at bats. If you like hitter props, which a couple years ago I was on them, and then they're just so sporadic.
They
I've
are.
always been more consistent with pitcher props. I might dive into some hitter stuff this year just to kind of get my feet wet back in it again. Because last year I really didn't do too much of it. I wouldn't mind it because I do think you're leaving profits out on the table, but I think you got
Yeah.
to find spots like this where you got to know Hearn who's batting 323, 31
The,
at bats. He might only see Barrios twice or 3 times, but if he sees him 3 times, I'm gonna bet you he's gonna get one hit. So. Um, yeah,
yeah.
I like some hitters in that. I like a lot in that game, man. I think Eflin's lines moved as well, but I did like his hits over. Blue
Got
Jays
it.
really see him well. I think they've gotten like 5 or 6 hits off him in the last 4 straight starts. But
Mhm.
his lines moved up to like 5.5 now, so that's kind of scary. I don't think you ever want to bet a pitcher to give up 6 hits. But yeah, man, this is a game that I looked into quite a bit. I would definitely lean Orioles just because of the price. I don't trust this Blue Jays offense just yet. I got to see what they do this year. So I
Same.
like it. I like it. I
At
guess my
least, thanks,
last pick of the
Wade. What's
day,
your last play? Let's go. Come on, baby. Give it to
last
us.
pick here. It's a risky one.
It's all right.
I'm gonna go with Paul Skeens to reach at least come
Yes.
out
Yes.
into the fifth inning or sixth inning, I
Yes.
guess. I think he can get through 5. Look, taking pitcher props on day one, like I said, is always risky proposition, especially when you just don't know especially with the young guys, you don't really know what the team and the coaches are going to have in store for at least their plan. Um, really don't know how deep they're going to go. Obviously, that's the biggest question. I have not found any reports on his pitch count. What I did like though is that in spring ball, his second to last start, he went 85 pitches, and then his last start, he went like mid 70s. So I think he's right in that range. I can see Pittsburgh only saying, you know what, we're only going to let you go 5 innings this game. We're playing the Marlins, probably the worst team in baseball this year. Why would they risk any injury against a team like this? But
Yeah.
honestly, man, I can also see him coming out of the gates having a dominant game, and this could be kind of the starting point for his push to win the Cy Young. So, if his pitch counts is in the 70s, hopefully under 75, after the fifth inning, I think they might let him come out and go mid 80s in this game. Um, it's just hard to, you just don't know. Obviously, we're taking a gamble. The odds are minus 105. So that's if it was like minus 130, minus 140, I probably wouldn't touch this thing. Just missed plus 100 by like
Oh,
10,
second.
15 minutes. You and I were literally on the
Second.
phone talking about this
Oh,
play, and the line moved right in front of me as I was like, it is
yep.
risky because if I was a coach, I don't know if I would let him go after it, go past 5 innings, especially game one against one of the worst teams. But if he's only at 70 pitches,
Yeah,
they
send
might
him
just
back
let him
out.
go because then he's going to have another 4 or 5 days of rest. Just
Yep.
let him get a little bit more work in, especially against a bad team. He shouldn't have too much stress on this lineup. So
Yeah.
I just think it's worth the odds. It's more of a value play, I guess, at this point. Um, I'll be more happy if it cashes. If it misses, I won't be shocked just because I know they're going to treat him differently than other pitchers. But if it's his goal to win Cy Young, and he's preached that to the pitching staff and the coaches, and they also want him to go get it, why would they slow him down game one? So let him come
Yeah.
out the gates hot. If you look at a lot of these other pitchers that are available tomorrow to bet on, Zach Wheeler, Logan Webb, um, Hunter Green. A lot of these guys last few years, they'll at least go 80, 90. Some of them are hitting 6 innings game one. Like Logan Webb, he's cashed 6 innings the last three starts, game one, the last opening day, the last three games. Hunter Green, heck, he started out of the gate last year over 100 pitches. He didn't go 6 innings because he got rocked by the Nationals. But he
Of all
would
the
have had he not given up like 7 or 8 hits. So, um, yeah, I think this is a good play for the money. So
Yeah, I was shocked it was so low, man. I really thought it would be, gosh, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, something like that. I was
yeah,
shocked when you told me it's 15 and a half. Just seems too low. You hit the nail on the head. I mean, I haven't even heard of half the guys in the Miami's projected lineup big weight. Who the heck is Connor Norby, Dane Myers, Otto Lopez, Griffin Conine? Is that Jeff Conine's son? Probably is. Remember Jeff Conine from the Marlins back in the day? I'm older than you. Probably don't remember Jeff Conine. But
oh, I
anyway,
remember Jeff
this
Conine.
is this is a minor league team. You know, I made fun of our Oakland Triple A's last year. They're not going to be that bad this year. This could be the worst team. The Miami
Yeah,
Marlins
if
absolutely
for me,
suck.
it's hard for me to not envision him going 3 up, 3 down in the first 3 innings.
What I mean. And if he does that, then you got to leave him out there, right? If he sets people down in order, I get he's a strikeout guy. Strikeout guys can run their pitch counts up a little bit, just trying to strike guys out.
That is worrisome. That is worrisome.
But
Yes.
with a minor league lineup, shouldn't Skeens just do really whatever he wants here? I would think so.
Yeah, I think in spring ball, you said he had 21 strikeouts in his 18 innings. So
Yeah,
obviously, we
yeah.
all expect him to at least find one strikeout an inning.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, I
I think
like it.
his strikeouts was plus money over 6.5.
Hmm.
So if we can get one strikeout an inning, which he's probably going to get more than one strikeout an inning on a couple of these innings,
Yeah, you would think.
that line kind of lines up. If it's at 6.5 plus money, goes six
Hmm.
innings, get a strikeout each inning.
Yep,
And these are professional hitters. They're not going to be easy to strike out,
yep,
even if it's a minor league team. So, but I definitely think if you can alt his strikeouts, that'd probably be a good parlay piece tomorrow. If I could, I'd probably be safer at 4 strikeouts, but I love 5 strikeouts tomorrow for him for sure.
yeah,
So five
yeah.
strikeouts parlay piece for Skeens. You can
Sure,
maybe do six. Six is a little risky, but hey, if you shoot or shoot, man. So if you want to make more money and take more of a chance, six will give you better odds. So
that's it. There you go. Good
let's go through the
stuff,
rundown.
buddy.
Yeah, let's go through the rundown real quick. Once again, Mike's got Red Sox money line, Orioles money line. Both when he gave those out on his article, both were Red Sox was plus money. Orioles was basically plus money, so very good lines there. I've got Carlos Rodon over 3.5 hits allowed. That was minus 105. And Paul Skeens over 15.5 outs was also minus 105. So we've got 4 picks here. They're basically plus right around plus money, man.
Let's do it, man. I like it. I like it. I feel good about it, Wade. I think we both sweep. I think at worst case we end up going 3-1 combined here with these.
Yeah, I like these 4 picks. I think this will be a great opening day, dude. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. Ready for this? Appreciate
Can't
everybody watching the show today. Mike, as always, it's awesome doing this with you.
feel
The
the future,
show the
Wade.
show
Thank
will
you,
get
buddy.
less clunky as we go. Obviously, we haven't done this in a minute, so we'll get
Oh
back
yeah,
to
we'll be back
back to a
mid-season
good
form in
flow.
no time.
Yeah. So good luck with your bets. If you guys take any other things, if you guys have your favorite bets, also comment them in the comment section.
Put them down there, baby.
Appreciate
Put
it
'em
as always. Give us a subscribe and a like if you guys like what we got, and we will be back. I'm not sure when we'll be back this week. It's Wednesday. Maybe we'll do a Friday episode before the weekend. Talk to Mike off air, and we'll see what
Yeah,
we can
really
work out. And if not, we will definitely see you guys back next week. Again, appreciate everybody coming. Mike, you've been awesome. Good luck, everybody.
appreciate you, buddy. Be good. Later.